What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. This is your boy Amit. You are watching AI with Amit, and today we are going to look at OpenClaw and how to connect it to your paperclip. With that, let's get started. Now, before we begin, I want to show you a quick architecture walkthrough of what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to show you how to integrate paperclip with OpenClaw. We are going to generate the invite inside of paperclip, send it to our OpenClaw agent, ask it to make the connection, and then you'll see how that OpenClaw agent appears in your paperclip dashboard. Then I will talk to my OpenClaw agent through Telegram and then tell it to delegate a task to my CEO inside my paperclip company. That's on my local machine. And then we'll watch Paperclip execute all those tasks that I'll ask the CEO to create. And the final result should be a fully functional website that I can view in my browser. So we are going to accomplish all of that in this video. So I have a new install of Paperclip on this machine and I ran this npx Paperclip onboard. And now I'm getting onboarded with my company. And then after you're onboarded, you will be asked to connect your paperclip with your OpenClaw instance. So let's go through the onboarding real quick. As I'm going to give my company a name. I'm going to leave this mission goal optional for now. And let's just choose Claude as the agent. So I might need to go and install Claude on that folder, but let's just see if it's available. So for now, I'm just going to choose default model and click test. Okay. It's not working because it's not installed in this folder. So I'm going to go and install it. All right, I'll open up a new terminal window and then let's give it the npm prompt to install Claude. 2 packages are looking, added 3 packages, run npm for details. Okay, and now we are going to set up Claude. We'll go with the subscription and let's just authorize this and we should be good to go. Now, if I go back to my paperclip installation, let's test this again. It says login successful here. So that test should now pass. Yep, we are passed on our Claude install test and we are ready to proceed. One thing I want to show you here is you can also use Gemini, OpenCode. So we'll hit next. And this is the CEO's first role. Just hit next. That's fine. We don't need to do that yet. And let's create open issue and create. Now the CEO is going to go do its thing, try to hire that first engineer. While that's happening, what we can do is we can go to our CEO agent here, go to configuration, and I haven't done any of the skills MD, heartbeat, none of that. I'll link you to my previous video where I walk you through all of those in depth on how to create your soul files, your agent files, your project inventory files. So definitely check that out. For this one, what I want to do is go here and look at my inbox. Looks like we have our engineer. So I'm just going to simply approve that. Then we can go to the engineer and somewhere here in configuration, we should be able to find our connection to OpenClaw. But this thing is changing so fast that all these settings keep moving. So if you don't find it in configuration, first let's see if it's here. Okay, used to be right here in configuration, but I don't see anything. So let's go look at the settings. All right, so now it's under settings. You can see generate OpenClaw invite. And that's your overarching settings. So I'm going to go click generate. And now you can simply copy this and paste it into your OpenClaw. So let's go ahead and do that. First, I will try this directly with my Telegram chat. I'm in my Telegram. I gave it the new command. New session has started. It shows me I'm connected with my minimax IO 2.7. Perfect. Let's paste that and see what happens. So this prompt says you're invited to join Paperclip organization. The URLs you should try are blah, 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 blah. And every time I start a new session, it's a little delayed on the response after I give it this prompt. So looks like it's my OpenClaw bot is typing. So we'll see if it actually got these instructions. Took maybe a minute and then I got this reply back. Join request submitted. Here's where we stand. Boss needs to take action. I'm boss. The board needs to approve the join request in Paperclip before I can claim the API key. Once approved, I'll run the claim, etc., etc. So let's go here. go to our inbox. Here we see agent join request. Pluto has requested to join, and all I need to do is hit approve. So let's approve that. And then at this point, I can see Pluto is now part of my workforce. Pluto is my OpenClaw agent. And I don't know if Paperclip will send that back to OpenClaw or if I need to go and type that, hey, I've approved it, but I type it here anyways. So I've typed, I approved it. It's probably going to reply with something. I want to go back here and see the configuration. So here I can see the adapter type is OpenClaw Gateway. Here's my gateway URL and auth token. This is probably what OpenClaw is picking up. Awesome. So it looks like OpenClaw is set up as far as I know. Now we just wait to see what it replies back on my Telegram. And then from here, I should be able to talk to my Paperclip instance using my OpenClaw connection. All right, here it says Paperclaw onboarding complete. Here's the full summary. There's likely a pending pairing request in OpenClaw for the Paperclip connection. Approve that and we are fully live. Once paired, Paperclip can trigger me directly via heartbeats and we can start coordinating tasks through it. What do you want to tackle first with Paperclip? It says there's likely a pending pairing request in OpenClaw for the Paperclip connection. Approve that and we are fully live. So I don't know where exactly to go look for it. So I'm just going to say where in OpenClaw will I see this pending request? I can go in cursor and look at my files and see if the request is there. But let's just see in Telegram, it tells me. All right, so go to the dashboard, OpenClaw pairing request or run CLI. So let me try the dashboard. All right, so I looked in this dashboard, didn't find anything. Pretty much went back to Telegram and told the OpenClaw agent that when I go in the web UI, I'm not seeing any pairing requests. Where exactly am I looking for? I ran the CLI commands and still not seeing anything. So it said that most likely it's already been auto approved. If so, to verify Paperclip is truly connected, try refreshing the Paperclip dashboard. You should see your Pluto agent listed. If it's there and shows as connection active, you're fully done. Well, I guess it could have led with that because I do see the Pluto agent here. Now, what I do want to try is I want to try making Pluto the CEO, which will be kind of like my OpenClaw instance, which can run agents on the back end. So I want to see right now in Paperclip, there's this new functionality called reports to. So if I choose reports to Pluto, this technically should say that the CEO reports to Pluto. It says reporting relationship would create cycle. So maybe that's something that I cannot do. But what I can do is Pluto currently reports to CEO and I can say that the engineer reports to Pluto. Let's save that. Now let's try to create a task. So what I'm going to do is I'll tell Pluto, which is my OpenClaw instance, to go talk to the CEO and ask the CEO that I need to hire a web designer and a copywriter for an upcoming project. Let's see how far we get. Okay, I think we are connected. Next, I would like to have you delegate a task to the CEO to hire 2 new agents. One should be a web developer and one should be a copywriter. And when you create this task for the CEO, make sure you define what the roles and responsibilities of these 2 agents should be. I'm looking to create a website for which I need the web developer and also the copywriter. And this website is going to sell OpenClaw plus Paperclip setups to small businesses. All right, let's see what happens. So I'm going to keep the Telegram window open here. And meanwhile, we'll also go back in the dashboard and see what kind of issues we are running. So right now there's nothing. Let's go to dashboard, keep that open, and we'll keep our OpenClaw instance here. And now we just wait for the magic to happen. All right, so I paused this for a second and I can already see in my OpenClaw there is one live issue here, but we are running into some errors. So let's see what's happening. If I go to my issues, this is the one, hire web developer agent, OpenClaw plus Paperclip setup sales site. And sometimes these errors get auto-resolved because the agents are trying to resolve the errors while those are happening. So that's pretty cool to see as well. I'm going to go back to my issues. I can see that both of these are currently working. None of them are blocked. And if we go back to our Telegram, Chloe is still typing, which means it's probably waiting for these issues to be completed. But let's see what kind of response we get. So Pluto has created a bunch of issues, hire copywriter, hire web developer, and what were the other issues? So we have hire web developer once, twice, and then hire copywriter. And then also this one, which says build a conversation focused website to sell this and this. This is the core GTM channel for the product line. Okay. And all of these are being assigned to the CEO. And if we go back in Telegram, it says done. Parent task is this, subtask 1, subtask 2. Both tasks are assigned to the CEO agent. The CEO will now see these in their inbox and can begin generating invite prompts, posting them back here for you to approve, and onboarding each agent once they join. That's pretty cool. We are up and running with OpenClaw, talking to my paperclip, which is just, it feels wild. It feels insane that I'm being able to do this with no developer experience. And now it says CEO run is completed. So I'm going to go check that. But the other thing I want to check is my Claude usage. So let's go to Claude. And we are at about a 9% usage, not bad. And if I go to my minimax, we are at about 3% usage. I am on the $10 plan for minimax. So not bad. And let's see what's actually happened. I can see the web engineer, the web developer here. I don't see the copywriter yet, but I also see there are some issues happening live. So it says it's running. Hire copywriting is to do. Hire web developer is blocked. So it's blocked because I have to approve it. And that approval request should be in my inbox, but I can also see the linked approval here. It says pending. So I can click on that pending and go ahead approve. Now that web developer has been approved, the next one coming in should be the copywriter. And you can always go to your issues here and look at them, see what's in progress, what's remaining, what's already been done, what's blocked, etc., etc. So all of that can be looked at here. Now we can see some other updates are happening. You can always go and check the live runs to see what are those updates that are happening on those tasks. So next actions, one board approves the web developer hire is onboard, create project, break down site deliverables into subtasks, and all of that will be once I approve it, but I have already approved it. So I don't know what the holdup is, but because there are a few tasks in progress, I will wait for those tasks to be completed before we can message the CEO saying, hey, where are we at? Why is this blocked? And in the meantime, nothing new has been reported by my OpenClaw bot, so we will wait for these tasks to be completed. Looks like most of the tasks are complete. Not only are the tasks complete, there were extra tasks created by the CEO based on that one single prompt in my Telegram, which was this prompt right here. So that prompt did a few things. First, it ate usage, a lot of it. We went from whatever I was at, I think 9% or whatever, to 29%. And my token usage didn't go up much because all the tasks were completed by Claude. And the token usage on my minimax is essentially just for my OpenClaw Telegram setup. So that didn't really go up much. Now, what exactly was delivered from those consumptions is the impressive piece. So if I go back to issues, this is everything that was done. So we hired the copywriter, web developer, write all website copy for OpenClaw plus Paperclip sales page, build the structure, build the features, pricing, contact, about us, all of that. And then what's still in progress is this stuff here. This one, I'm not sure why it's still in progress. So I can always chat here with the CEO, leave a comment, or I can ask my OpenClaw agent to troubleshoot it. Now, what I did in my OpenClaw agent is I went back, I said, Seems like some of the tasks were completed. Can you tell me where exactly these files are? So these files are typically in a hidden .paperclip folder. If you open your Finder and do Command-Shift-G, then you can search for that hidden folder. But you can also do it right here. Just talk to your OpenClaw agent and you will get the location. So I can go to that location by just typing it in my terminal, and then I can see this is the folder where all of those HTML files that were created are stored. If I go back here, I can look at some of these other folders. So I have my projects, I have my companies, within companies, I have my agents. So all of that is here in my paperclip folder. And again, I chatted with OpenClaw, gave it that one prompt that delivered this. It says to preview it, simply open index.html in your browser. So let's go into a terminal and see if that works. All right, that opened up this. Let's refresh it. Okay, before we go through this website, I'm looking at this the first time, just as you. That was all from that single prompt. I have not given it any direction on which way to go. So far, I'm just impressed with the above the fold hero area. But let's look at the rest of the site. Your AI agents are ready. We just need to set them up. OpenClaw plus Paperclip gives your small business a real AI agent team, automated tasks, handling workflows, saving your team 10 plus hours. We configure everything from scratch so you're live in days, not months. Book your calls, see how it works. So see how it works brings you to the feature page. There's some animations in here. This is why. Let's go back here. Why small businesses choose us. There's some shadow happening, some animation as I hover over these. Book a call, reconfigure. All right, so there's some formatting here, but this is all from a one-shot prompt. Okay, let's go check out pricing. Starter, professional, custom. That seems about right. Good pricing. I'm happy that Paperclip didn't short sell itself on the pricing. All right, how long does it take? Do I need technical knowledge? Then let's go look at about us. Again, the animation continues. The whole theme is continuing through the pages. So that's pretty impressive. Then we have a contact us page. Ideally, I could continue to build this right inside my open and ask it to wire it all up. Ask it to deploy it to GitHub, from which I can connect to my Vercel. And from there, you're off to the races. And this is the power of Paperclip plus OpenClaw. And there you have it, folks. That's how powerful OpenClaw and Paperclip can be together. I would love to hear from you. What's your use case? Drop it in the comments below. And until next time, keep prompting.